Stand by studio. Silent please.
Mau ngapain?
Siaran, Mbak.
Beda kamar.
Hai, saya udah cukup lama ya nggak wawancara orang di kamar Rosi ini. Terakhir waktu mau wawancara, saya tuh tertarik banget dengan seseorang karena saya lihat di VOA ada seorang perempuan, last name-nya Hutabarat. Terus dia jadi hakim di New Orleans. Saya bilang sama tim, aduh saya nggak mau wawancara orang lain, saya cuma mau wawancara perempuan ini. Jadi waktu tim Kamar Rosi bilang wawancara ini, saya bilang nggak mau. I just want this girl, just get me to her. Agak lama sih perempuan ini, tapi ya itulah nggak ada yang namanya sebuah proses pasti kalau punya keinginan kan harus ada proses. Jadi akhirnya tim Kamar Rosi ketemu nih, dapat kontaknya. Dia adalah seorang hakim di New Orleans, namanya Marissa Hutabarat. Hai Marissa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I need to explain what I've just said earlier. I said that it's been a while that I haven't posted my video interviewing someone because I told my team that when I saw your video in VOA, I said to my team, I want this girl. Just get me to her. I want this girl. And my team, Unita, she tried to, find where you are, how to get in touch with you. It's been a while. I said, no other person besides this girl, the Batak girl. And there you are.
That's me.
That's it. So. Okay, tell me who you are. You are Marissa Hutabarat, but I can sense that the way you speak is you're just like you are a citizen.
I am. So, as you know, my name is Marissa Hutabarat. I was born and raised in the United States. I was born in California. My family moved out to Chicago, Illinois about 1983 or so. I was 9 months old at the time. My father went to dental school in Chicago, and that's what had us to move to Chicago. And my grandmother, who I very lovingly call my opong, she came to live with us to take care of me while my father was going to dental school and my mother was working 2 jobs to provide for us. So I was raised by the 3 of them. I have 2 younger siblings now, but at the time it was just me. My siblings are 7 and 9 years younger than I am. And I helped take care of them as I was growing up to provide, whatever help I can for my family, the way they always took care of me. So now I live in New Orleans because I came to New Orleans for law school at Loyola University. And I fell in love with this city. And I decided to serve the city to the best of my ability. And that's why I decided to run for judge.
Wow. So where were you born?
Glendale, California.
California. Wow. But still your name is Marissa Hutabarat.
Yes, ma'am.
How you say it? The Marissa Hutabarat?
I know I pronounce my name very Americanized.
I love it.
To pronounce my name. But, living here for so many years, I, especially during the course of the campaign, I wanted to make sure that that it was a little bit more phonetic and pronounceable for the public. But I know that I pronounced it a little bit off from what it truly is.
No. I love it. I wish I could say Lousiana the law hill. So I believe that you're familiar with Horace. Horace. You know what does it mean?
Yeah, greetings, right?
Yes, Horace.
Yes, familiar. That's the one thing I may know.
Okay. maybe you should know more about Batak words after this interview, okay?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I give you more slangs in Batak.
I'm
And
excited.
your dad will be like this. Who the hell that you met just now? Anyway, Marissa, you know what? I'm so proud to see your video. I'm so proud to see an Indonesian girl with last name Hutabarat, a Batak girl. Even though you were born in United States, your father is Batak and your mom is
Thai Chinese. She's from Thailand.
Samadika.
Sawadika.
Well, I mean, I'm so proud to see, a women achieving something as a judge in New Orleans. Is that something that you wish for?
Absolutely. I mean, from a young age, I really knew that whatever profession I went into, I really wanted to help people. I wanted to serve people. So right after law school, I feel like I already had the idea that ultimately what I wanted to do was become a judge. So immediately, law school, yeah, it happened pretty quickly. I realized, especially after law school, I had the honor to serve under 3 different judges as judicial law clerk. And so I worked closely alongside these judges in the decision-making process. And at that time, I learned that in order to be a good judge, you have to have the desire and the compassion to help people. And so during that time, I really understood and discovered my passion to administer the law. And after that, I realized also that in order to serve as a judge and serve well, I would have to also work on the other side of the bench and advocate for members of the public. So I understood the perspective of those who would come before a judge. So that's what I did afterwards. I worked as an attorney. I represented families whose loved ones were harmed or injured. And ultimately, I decided to offer myself as a candidate for First City Court judge because both my experience and my compassion for people positioned me well to serve as a judge.
Wow. Well, we have judge in Indonesia, but I believe it's quite different between a judge in Indonesia and in US. And I believe that you become a judge, not appointed, but it's elected. Am I right?
Yes, to this particular seat, yes, elected.
So you do the campaign.
Yes, a lot of campaigning. Yes.
How did it go? Tell me.
Oh, well, I mean, I would like to say it went very successfully considering the facts. But so I qualified for this judicial position in January. So from January 10th up until it was probably about March 14, we were campaigning, on the streets. And there's a saying, you kiss babies, shake hands, and meet the people. And during that time period, that's exactly what we were doing. However, as you know, COVID-19 shut those things down. And that actually happened 2 weeks before the first election was to take place on April 4th. So we had to switch gears and things became a little bit more difficult, but we found creative ways to make sure that we got out the vote and, at least the knowledge to the people that there was an election, in fact, coming on. So I had an amazing, dedicated and hardworking campaign team, and they were able to help me push my message across that I have the compassion, the courage, and the commitment to serve the community well as a judge. And it completely switched gears from pre-COVID until the stay-at-home order. And we were able to get the message across. And I thank very much my friends, my family, the team, and the voters of New Orleans.
That's interesting, and that's amazing. I mean, I have no idea how the judge, would do such campaign and get the trust from the society, and you serve the society, and you got elected. What did you say to them? Like, vote for me. I'm the future Ruth, the GBR, the next RGB.
Well, I made sure that the people knew. I felt as though that I have, and I made sure I expressed that I have the legal knowledge and the temperament to serve our community well as a judge. And by the legal knowledge, like I said, the opportunity to serve under 3 judges, that provided me with the institutional knowledge of the judicial system from the inside. And then working as an attorney gave me the perspective of those standing before a judge. But ultimately, I think another really strong suit of mine is my temperament. And I really pride myself on possessing an inherent nature to treat everyone from all walks of life with kindness, with compassion, and with respect. And this is a quality that has given me and continues to provide me with the ability to effectively communicate with a diverse population. And that's very important to serve the public as a judge, especially when many people who come before the court that I now sit and preside in, they represent themselves. It's oftentimes known as people's court. So,
Right.
So I ran on the fact that I want to be the people's judge. I have the compassion to have people from all walks of life who come before the court feel welcomed, feel respected, and feel that their voices are being heard by a fair and impartial judge. So,
Are you the only female judge, or you have other female judges before you?
there are actually quite a number of female judges in the court that I serve.
That's a good news, though.
It is. So in First City Court, all 4 judges in this particular court were all women. In the court right above me, it's called Civil District Court. I believe there are 14 out of 18 are women. I believe that number is correct. So there are many women who are judges.
Wow, that's amazing. You know what? Actually, I went to New Orleans last year. I went for the New Year's Eve in New Orleans, and I think it was the mayor in New Orleans was also a woman.
Yes, she is, Mayor Latoya Cantrell.
Yeah.
She sure is.
Is she still there?
She is still there. She absolutely. She is still our mayor, our Madam Mayor, and she's a wonderful, wonderful woman, and she possesses strong qualities of leadership.
So, Marissa, tell me, how these Batak's values or the Bataks or Indonesian things affect you, or how you heard about Indonesia?
So I believe one of my main cornerstones that have been in my life is how family oriented my family is, and I believe based on who raised me, that is instilled within me because of my Batak heritage. So as I stated previously, my opo came to live with us when I was about 9 months or a year old, and she helped raise me along with obviously my mother and my father. And I mean, it's been a generational thing with regard to being very family oriented. Unfortunately, she was widowed at a very young age with 7 children. And during that time, her siblings, her sisters, and her brother came and assisted her when she lost her husband to help her with her family. And when her children were old enough, the older children took care of the younger children. And it goes on to say, you know, when my parents needed help to raise me, she came to move in with us. And when she moved away, and my siblings, who again are like 7 and 9 years younger than I am, I made sure that I went to take care of my siblings when my parents had to work.
Yeah.
And that to me meant, you know, I wanted to make sure that they were provided with the care and the attention and, you know, homework help and chauffeuring them from school and to their friends and everything was done by myself, because I wanted to ensure that I was able to take care of my family to the best of my ability as well. So that all goes back to how I'm very deeply rooted in making sure that whatever I do, I'm making sure that I'm helping whoever I can.
And that makes you also, you know, think not just others, but you also think about family first.
Family first, always. Yes.
Yeah, who's always taking care of each other. I think that's kind of Asian values, don't you think?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, have you been to Indonesia before?
Unfortunately, I have not been to Indonesia. I do look forward. I know. I'm embarrassed that I haven't. I do look forward to visiting very soon. I want to see the beautiful country where my grandparents and my ancestors are from.
Yeah, you should.
I
You
really
should go to Medan and Danau Lake Toba,
Yeah.
and last but not least to Jakarta and Bali, of course.
So many
Yeah.
places I need to go. Yes, definitely.
So, you speak bahasa there?
Unfortunately, I do not. Very embarrassing that
Apa
I do not.
kabar? Apa
I mean,
kabar is okay.
apa kabar, terima kasih, selamat. Like, I'm sorry. Please forgive my pronunciation.
That's okay. That's okay. That's cool. Wow. So, well, what your last name is Hutabarat. The thing about us in Indonesia, especially Batak, because I'm Batak. That's why I'm speaking about Batak. In Bataks, even though that you're there, you're here, you're in North Pole, when you're Hutabarat, Asilalahi, it's like, we're sisters, we're families. Because of the last names, like families. That's the thing about Batak. So,
yeah, we're proud of our heritage, right?
yeah, because of the last name. Because, well, yeah, even though you don't speak Bahasa, Batak words Horas, but you still Hutabarat.
Definitely, yes. And I plan on never changing my name.
Never changing your name. Yeah, that's great. Well, do you have friends in Indonesia maybe, or connections, friends, colleagues in Indonesia? Do you have any connection, something that connect you to Indonesia?
I mean, I do have some cousins and aunties and uncles who live in Indonesia. And while I do have a number of friends who are of Asian descent, I unfortunately don't have many friends who are of Indonesian descent. I have relationships with my first and second cousins, most of which they do live in the States. And of course, they're Batak, the Sormans, the Sibrianis, and the Manulangs. I'll give a little shout out. But for the most part, I mean, I've made a few Indonesian friends along the way. And I would like to, expand my horizon a little bit more and make sure I can make more connections and get
Would
down
you say hi to
it.
them here?
Hello. Well, I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe and healthy. So
yeah. Well, so you have cousins Manulang and then
Sorman,
Sorman,
and Sibarani.
Sibarani, yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You don't have like Silalahi, no?
Not that I'm aware of. But I could be wrong, but not that I'm aware of.
Well, Marissa, okay, so now I'm going to teach you about things about Batak. How's that?
Yes, that's perfect. Please.
So you know about Horas, right?
Yes, check.
Okay, check. And then I'll give you some tips. If someone's like annoyed you, and he or she is a pain in the ass for you, you just say, "Sip maho."
What does that translate into?
Sip
Like
maho.
Sip maho.
SIP.
That's sip.
Yeah. MA.
Ma.
Ho. HO.
Ho. Sip maho. Wait,
Sip
so
maho.
I'm not cursing or anything, huh? What's the translation?
No.
Just
You know what?
expression?
No, believe me, I'm such a very honest person in this world that teach you for, things that protect you from annoying people. So if you got some dose of bastard, just that annoys you, that sip maho.
Sip maho.
Sip maho. And then the other words.
What up?
Bodat.
What does that mean? Bodat?
Monkey. Well,
Oh,
monkey.
yeah.
Hutabarat, I'm sorry. I'm just teaching her, how to survive in Batak world. Well, you know what? Actually, Batak in Indonesia, they're very famous for, lawyers, people. So many Bataks become lawyers in Indonesia.
I've heard that.
Yeah, maybe because all the Bataks are very, well spoken,
Here we're quite a talkative bunch. That's what
Yes.
I've heard.
Yeah, maybe I assume why a lot of Batak people become lawyers because, in our family, gathering, tradition events, they always, like speak up, and everybody wants to speak up. That's the first step. On all the Bataks, learn how to, have public speaking.
Oh, okay. So
See?
that's included within me then. That's part of my DNA is what you're telling me?
Yeah, the DNA, because in Indonesia, so many Bataks become lawyers. And the second one is singers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so many,
Oh.
in Indonesia, you're Batak, so you have to be, a good singer. You can sing. No, I'm in this case, I'm a fake one.
Oh, well then.
But can you sing?
I pretend like I can sing. I used to sing as a child. I haven't sung in public in a very long time, though. My papa sings. He's very musically gifted, and growing up as a child, I would sing quite frequently. One of the times I was actually in the Indonesian consulate's house for Christmas, but I was about 12, so kind of can sing, but it's been a while. I'm a bit rusty.
What did you sing?
Let's see. It must have been a Christmas.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Very proper. Very proper. Yes.
Well, I believe your papa could sing very well, and also so do you. And also your opung.
Oh, my opung, yes, definitely, yes. She used to sing.
See?
Well.
So you must have had the talent then.
I wish I honed that in, but it's been a long time. I will say I'm pretty sure I'm not tone deaf, so that's helpful. But if I do not have the voice of an angel by any means.
You know what? Well, besides Batak's words, I'll teach you a Batak song. The most the popular ones. Like lisoy, 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 lisoy. Lisoi.
Okay.
Lisoy.
So what does that mean?
Lisoy means like, since only me Batak in this room, I cannot have any reference. You guys are useless. You guys are useless. Lisoy means like, like cheers.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Lisoy, 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 lisoy. Inumatuwakmi. Yeah. Yes. Lisoy, 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 lisoy. Go.
Oh, parmitu.
Lisoy, 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 lisoy. Inumatuwakmi. Lisoy. Yes. Go, girl.
I'm trying.
So it's like, cheers. It's a song where we are having a party.
Okay.
We are offering toast. It's
something
tuak.
about here in New Orleans. That's good. Okay, I can use this song.
It's very New Orleans actually. in Bourbon Street and Jackson Square.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then the second one. This is also one of the popular one, like Sai Anju Ma'au, Sai Anju Ma'au, Ito na lagu.
You have a beautiful voice. Okay,
No.
come on.
No. So, no. You have to repeat me.
Okay.
S-A-I.
S-A-I. Sai.
Anju. A-N-J-U.
Sai Anju.
Yeah. A-U. Ow.
Sai Anju Ao.
Yes.
Sai
Anju Ma'au.
Anju Ma'au.
Yes. Sai Anju Ma'au. Sai Anju Ma'au.
Sai Anju Ma'au.
Sai Anju Ma'au. Ito hasian.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Sai
Anju Ma'au.
Sai Anju Ma'au. Ito na lagu. Yay!
Wait, so what does that mean? You have to teach me everything. I need to know.
Well, either you come to Jakarta or I'll visit you in New Orleans. Actually, I told you last year I went there for a New Year's Eve. It was amazing. I wish I could have known you before.
Seriously, I would have brought you all the way around, and we would have gone to Cafe Du Monde. And
I couldn't manage to go to Cafe Du Monde because of the line that's like crazy. So I'm just like
that. So it's okay. I wish. Well, next time you come, I'm definitely bringing you over to Cafe Du Monde, and we can makan and hang out.
Yeah. Then a dansa. You know dansa?
No.
Dancing.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm ready whenever you get here.
Yeah. So Marissa, I'm so glad to have you. I'm so proud to know you, to see you. I wish you luck. I wish you all the best. I believe, and you know what? I'm gonna tell my nieces and all my young generation about a girl named Hutabarat, who's been chasing her dreams in the United States. And even though she's, I think she's a global citizen, because you are a US citizen, but your father was born as an Indonesian, as a Batak, yeah? And your mom is a Thai, Chinese Thai, but you are a global citizen, but, still you have the Asian value, the Batak value, and you still keep the root, and that makes you how you are now.
Yes, ma'am. It's such a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much. I'm so honored to have met you, and I can't wait for you to visit, or for me to visit with you, hopefully out in Jakarta. That would be wonderful. But either way, I truly appreciate your invitation to meet with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Send my regards to Om. We call we don't call names in Indonesia or in Batak. We are not allowed to say names in Indonesia and in Batak, So we say my regards to Om Hutabarat.
Uncle Hutabarat, right?
Yeah, it's Uncle.
Right? I told you I know a little bit.
Yeah. And Tante, all for your whole family, send my regards. Horas. Thank you, Marissa.
So much for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Stay safe.